What if the old ladder in your garage, a rusty wheelbarrow, or a worn-out bicycle could become the soul of your garden? Welcome to Suhar Aesthetic Studio, where forgotten objects bloom again and sustainability becomes style. In this video, we'll walk through a collection of breathtaking small garden transformations using simple recycled materials. From vintage crates and tin cans to broken furniture and unused cups, each idea brings charm, character, and eco-conscious beauty to your outdoor space. You're invited to explore these stories of creativity. Skip around using the chapters in the description and find the idea that lights up your imagination. And I'd love to know, which scene made you smile? Which item in your home could be your next planter or art piece? Let's talk in the comments and inspire one another. Every view, like, and share helps this dream grow into something greater than just a garden. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for looking closer. One, recycled garden wonders. Transforming a small garden into a captivating outdoor retreat doesn't require expensive materials or grand designs. With a bit of creativity and commitment to sustainability, even the tiniest green space can become a magical haven using everyday recycled items. In this delightful garden, repurposed tin cans and old tires serve as vibrant plant containers. Painted in cheerful colors, they bring life and personality to the flower beds while reducing waste. The path, made from irregular stone slabs, invites visitors to stroll and enjoy the colorful blooms that edge the walkway. Along the house wall, lush climbing roses create a vertical accent, adding texture and charm. A rustic wooden bench made from reclaimed timber offers a cozy resting spot beneath the shade of a mature tree. Hanging lanterns fashioned from jars and metal containers dangle from the tree branches and eaves, providing both ambient light and artistic flair. These repurposed lanterns add a whimsical, fairy tale feel during twilight hours. Bordering the garden are rows of low, natural stone and wooden edging that define flower beds without overwhelming the space. This design balances practicality with beauty, proving that sustainability can be stylish. The garden is not only a visual treat, but a powerful reminder that beauty can grow from simplicity. By reusing what we already have, we can create enchanting spaces that nurture both the soul and the environment. This approach proves that with a little imagination, even discarded items can bloom anew in a garden full of life. Two, charming garden with reuse. A small garden can bloom with charm and character when creativity meets sustainability. This delightful corner showcases how recycled materials can transform even the simplest garden into a lively and heartwarming retreat. Used tires, painted in bright hues like yellow and blue, are cleverly stacked to create eye-catching planters. These serve not only as floral displays but also as playful design elements. Nestled within them are green glass bottles that add a rustic aesthetic and help reflect sunlight among the blooms. Around them, vibrant daisies, pink roses, and purple asters fill the space with life, creating a joyful, colorful atmosphere. An inviting stone path winds through the garden, drawing the eye and encouraging a leisurely walk. A vintage-style wooden chair with wrought iron arms offers a peaceful spot to sit and enjoy the surroundings. Near the wall, a row of repurposed tin cans, each uniquely decorated and suspended with old spoons and hooks, functions as a vertical display of container plants. This quirky feature adds depth, texture, and a touch of whimsy to the scene. A large green demijohn glass jar rests among the plants, acting as both a decorative object and a subtle nod to reuse. The garden is layered with meaning, proving that discarded items can have a second life when treated with imagination and care. This garden radiates joy and sustainability. It's a vibrant reminder that beauty doesn't require new materials, just a fresh perspective and a love for the environment. Three, colorful blooms with reuse. A small garden can come to life with color, creativity, and sustainable choices. This enchanting space demonstrates how recycled materials can serve as the foundation for a charming, cheerful outdoor retreat. At the heart of the design is a bright turquoise wooden crate, repurposed as a central flower planter. Overflowing with petunias, marigolds, and daisies, it draws immediate attention and adds depth to the garden's layout. Surrounding it are various pastel-painted tin cans and containers, each filled with vibrant seasonal flowers such as asters, calendulas, and white daisies. These recycled vessels, in soft blues, pinks, and mint tones, form a harmonious contrast with the rich colors of the blossoms. The curved stone path offers structure and elegance, inviting visitors to explore the garden's playful arrangements. Along the white picket fence, morning glory vines climb and bloom, creating a romantic frame and enhancing the garden's sense of enclosure and tranquility. This setting is a perfect example of how discarded items can be transformed into delightful garden features. Cans once destined for the trash now serve as unique pots, and an old crate becomes a bold centerpiece. These small yet thoughtful elements make the garden not just a place of beauty, but also a statement of mindful living. By reimagining waste as opportunity, this garden proves that eco-friendly design can be both simple and stunning, perfectly suited for small spaces where every detail makes a big impact. Four, blooming corners with reuse. A small backyard garden turns into an enchanting, cozy retreat when filled with color, charm, and upcycled creativity. This inviting setup transforms everyday discarded materials into joyful garden accents, proving that elegance and sustainability can go hand in hand. Old paint buckets and large containers, repainted in cheerful hues of red, green, yellow, and white, serve as vibrant planters for lush blooms. Arranged in neat stacks and groupings, they create playful layers of height and texture, making the garden feel full and dynamic. Flowers like marigolds, zinnias, daisies, asters, and petunias burst forth in a kaleidoscope of color along the walkway, guiding the eye toward the center of the space. A simple wooden table paired with foldable green chairs forms a serene sitting area beneath a flowering tree. The tree is adorned with white and pink ribbons that sway in the breeze, adding softness and whimsy to the scene. On the table, repurposed glass jars act as charming lanterns, casting a warm glow that enhances the magical evening ambience. Twinkling string lights hang across the fence and greenery, offering soft illumination that extends the garden's use into the twilight hours. Even wooden crates are repurposed as side tables and shelves, giving the space functionality without sacrificing style. This garden shows that with a little imagination and care for the environment, Even modest spaces can be transformed into lush, welcoming havens filled with life and personality. Five, garden elegance from reuse. In the warmth of golden sunlight, a small backyard becomes a serene sanctuary crafted entirely with simplicity and sustainable charm. This intimate setting demonstrates how everyday objects can be transformed into elegant garden features through thoughtful reuse. A wooden barrel repurposed into a rustic table sits at the heart of the garden, paired with a classic wooden rocking chair that invites relaxation. Steam rises gently from a white teapot, suggesting a moment of peace and quiet. A perfect afternoon tea amidst nature. Surrounding the seating area, galvanized metal tubs, wooden crates, and old barrels bloom with vibrant flowers. Hydrangeas in pastel blues, greens, and purples contrast beautifully with sun-kissed daisies and golden sunflowers. The mix of colors and textures adds depth and energy to the compact garden space. What once served industrial or agricultural purposes now holds nature's treasures. Zinnias, petunias, and cheerful marigolds flourish in containers once destined for storage or discard. The uniformity of the metal buckets and barrels adds a rustic coherence, while their varied contents bring life and visual interest. The neatly trimmed grass and wooden fence provide a structured backdrop, giving the garden a well-cared-for appearance without overwhelming its casual beauty. The entire setting is a celebration of resourcefulness and tranquility. This space exemplifies how recycled materials, when paired with imagination and care, can create a refined and functional outdoor retreat, proving that style and sustainability can thrive in even the smallest corners. Six, vintage garden with reuse. Turning a small garden into a peaceful retreat doesn't require a large budget, just creativity and a love for repurposing. This charming corner of the yard blends vintage elements and recycled materials into a delightful and serene space. At the heart of the garden is a clever and inviting bench created from an old suitcase, complete with floral cushions that add a soft, welcoming touch. Set beneath a shady tree, this cozy seating area becomes the perfect spot for afternoon reading or quiet relaxation. Surrounding the bench is an artful display of flowers planted in a variety of reused containers, metal buckets, tin cans, wicker baskets, and wooden crates, all arranged with thoughtful symmetry. Blooming in radiant colors, flowers like petunias, geraniums, daisies, and pansies overflow from their upcycled homes, creating a vibrant tapestry of life and color. A round wooden platform and a curved stone path laid in a gravel base enhance the space's visual structure while maintaining a natural, grounded feel. Nearby, a rustic ladder shelf and vintage watering cans are repurposed as decorative elements, adding vertical interest and functionality. Trailing vines climb up the wooden fence, adding a sense of enclosure and intimacy, while a string of softly glowing bulbs above brings gentle evening ambience. Every item here, once considered discarded or outdated, now plays a part in this lovely garden's charm. This space is a testament to the beauty of reimagining the old, an inspiring showcase of how recycled elements can breathe new life into small gardens with warmth and soul. Seven, rustic fence garden charm. A humble fence line becomes a blooming showcase of sustainability and charm through the creative use of recycled materials. This inviting garden transforms an ordinary boundary into a captivating floral gallery, bursting with vibrant color and character. Every step along the rustic wooden fence reveals upcycled containers repurposed as planters, metal buckets, enamel pots, paint cans, and even weathered kitchenware, all filled with wildflowers and seasonal blooms. The colorful display includes cheerful yellow daisies, delicate white alyssum, bright pink cosmos, and lively purple accents that create a dynamic contrast against the natural wood backdrop. Set against the warm glow of late afternoon sun, the garden radiates a peaceful, rural atmosphere. A weathered wooden wagon leans artfully against the fence, adding vintage flair and visual texture to the floral arrangement. Elevated platforms and overturned crates raise some containers for variation in height, enhancing the rhythm and flow of the composition. This garden celebrates the power of reinvention. Items once destined for discard now serve as beautiful vessels for life. The fence not only encloses the space but frames it, allowing the plants to thrive vertically as well as horizontally, maximizing even the smallest garden strip. Simple, serene, and full of soul, this scene shows how a few reclaimed materials and a love for flowers can create a heartwarming space where nature meets nostalgia. It's a perfect blend of eco-conscious gardening and timeless countryside beauty. Vibrant garden with recycled joy. Bright, joyful, and overflowing with blooms, this garden celebrates the magic of repurposing with radiant flair. What was once discarded has now become the foundation of a small yet stunning outdoor oasis, where nature and creativity blend seamlessly. Old tires, painted in pastel shades of lavender, teal, yellow, and pink, are transformed into bold, layered planters. They are filled with bursts of orange marigolds, vivid zinnias, and pink cosmos, creating a visually dynamic and colorful cascade. Arranged neatly along the curved stone path, these recycled elements add structure and rhythm while retaining a playful personality. Along the wooden pallet fence, small metal and painted buckets hang like ornaments, each brimming with vibrant greenery and flowers. The vertical garden adds dimension and makes the most of limited space, while climbing vines soften the wood, infusing the area with lush greenery. Above, mason jars turned into lanterns hang from tree branches, ready to glow warmly as evening approaches, giving the garden a soft, magical ambience. In every corner, recycled items are reinvented with purpose, making the entire space a vibrant testament to sustainable beauty. This garden proves that with thoughtful reuse and a splash of color, even the most modest space can flourish. It's a joyful reminder that sustainability doesn't have to be subtle. It can bloom brightly, proudly, and beautifully in every shade imaginable. Sunlit garden from repurposed finds. Nestled beneath a canopy of green, this small patio garden is a vibrant escape shaped by sunlight, flowers, and sustainability. Every inch of this charming space is alive with creativity, where recycled materials are given new life and elegance. A simple wooden bistro set sits at the center, offering a peaceful place for conversation or a quiet drink. Surrounding it, recycled wooden crates, galvanized tubs, and repurposed planters overflow with dazzling blooms. Zinnias, marigolds, petunias, daisies, and asters, creating a radiant tapestry of colors. Each planter tells its own story. Old barrels and basins once used for storage now cradle living beauty. Wooden boxes and pots, aged with character, frame floral clusters that bring the space alive. The garden's edges are lined with leafy vines that climb trellises and walls, forming a soft, natural backdrop that enhances the feeling of seclusion. Suspended from the tree branches, oversized Edison-style bulbs provide a whimsical glow as daylight fades. Their vintage charm reflects the spirit of reuse that defines this sanctuary. The brick flooring adds a warm, rustic base that unifies the space with timeless texture. This garden captures the essence of sustainable design. It shows how, with intention and a bit of imagination, even small outdoor areas can be transformed into beautiful retreats using items already at hand. It's a tranquil haven that embraces both nature and reuse, blooming with life and meaning. Step-up garden with reuse. Even the simplest object can bloom with purpose when infused with creativity. This cheerful garden corner turns an old wooden ladder into a tiered vertical planter, transforming limited space into a stunning display of life and color. Pastel-painted metal buckets are attached to each step, repurposed into elegant planters bursting with marigolds, petunias, asters, and ornamental grasses. The gentle pinks, lavenders, oranges, and soft greens of the containers echo the colors of the surrounding flowers, creating a harmonious visual rhythm. Their cascading placement not only saves space but adds height and movement, guiding the eye upward with every bloom. Behind this vibrant structure, a lush field of wildflowers spreads out toward a white picket fence, giving the entire scene a cozy, country garden feel. The soft sunlight filtering through the trees highlights the vibrant tones of the flowers and the rustic texture of the weathered ladder, enhancing the atmosphere of relaxed charm. This garden celebrates the idea that functional design can also be beautiful. An old ladder, once forgotten, now plays a central role in bringing vertical interest and floral abundance to a compact outdoor space. It proves that you don't need expensive decor or vast square footage to create something special. With just a few repurposed materials and a love for gardening, any corner can become a charming, blooming escape that radiates joy, sustainability, and simple elegance. Bottle-lined garden pathway magic. A walk through this enchanting garden reveals how artful reuse can transform a small space into an elegant and eco-conscious sanctuary. Every detail speaks of thoughtful design and creative recycling, creating an immersive floral experience from entrance to exit. A gently curving mosaic pathway winds through dense flower beds, bordered by daisies, echinacea, delphiniums, petunias, and other radiant blooms in purple, orange, and white. These vibrant colors spill from the lush beds, guiding visitors toward a series of charming archways draped in flowering vines. What sets this garden apart is the stunning use of recycled glass bottles as a decorative border atop the brick wall. Wine and soda bottles in various green and amber tones form a shimmering row that catches sunlight and adds an artistic, unexpected element to the space. Interspersed between them are terracotta pots brimming with herbs and small flowers, blending form and function beautifully. The combination of glass, terracotta, and brick adds texture and warmth to the garden's structure, while the abundant planting softens the hardscape, striking a perfect balance between wild beauty and order. The arches wrapped in climbing roses or morning glories enhance vertical interest, providing a sense of destination and discovery. This space is more than a garden. It's a journey through resourcefulness and renewal. By repurposing everyday materials with imagination, even the smallest pathways can lead to breathtaking, sustainable beauty. It's a living example of how reuse brings new stories to life in bloom. (12) Wheelbarrow blooming garden art. Creativity meets sustainability in this small garden where a single, repurposed object becomes the centerpiece of natural beauty. An old, rusted wheelbarrow, once forgotten in a shed, now bursts with vibrant life, transformed into a mobile planter brimming with blooming joy. A dazzling mix of colorful flowers, including zinnias, petunias, daisies, and lobelia, spills generously from the container. Their reds, purples, yellows, whites, and blues create a dynamic palette that draws the eye and radiates cheer. Nestled among a well-manicured lawn and surrounded by terracotta pots, this reclaimed piece of garden art adds rustic charm and a playful twist to the space. The wheelbarrow's position on a stone pathway gives it a sense of movement, as if it has paused mid-journey to display its floral bounty. The soft evening sunlight highlights the contrast between the rough patina of metal and the delicate textures of petals and leaves. Behind this floral centerpiece, a classic white picket fence and lush greenery enhance the cottage-like atmosphere. Other potted plants echo the color scheme, ensuring harmony throughout the garden. This scene is a testament to the beauty of reinvention. Instead of discarding the old, it celebrates its transformation. With minimal tools and a few blooming favorites, anyone can bring new purpose to forgotten items, turning a small garden corner into a vibrant statement of creativity and eco-conscious charm. (13) Picket fence floral delight. Small gardens bloom with the brightest charm when filled with love, color, and upcycled touches. This cozy setup is a perfect example of how everyday containers and thoughtful design can create a joyful, flower-filled sanctuary right along a simple white picket fence. A folding wooden table becomes the heart of this corner garden, adorned with a bowl of pansies and sunflowers, matched by a mug with a bright red heart, a playful touch that adds personality. Surrounding it, a delightful arrangement of repurposed containers, including terracotta pots, galvanized metal buckets, and a rustic tin, overflow with marigolds, daisies, petunias, and pansies. Mounted directly on the fence, a dark woven basket holds a lush bouquet of sunflowers, white daisies, and cascading baby's breath, adding vertical height and softness to the fence's clean lines. Ivy trails naturally up the slats, creating a beautiful contrast against the crisp white wood while blending the man-made with the organic. This garden space proves that style doesn't require scale. By reusing simple containers and mixing natural textures with cheerful blooms, even the smallest patch becomes a vibrant statement of beauty and resourcefulness. The result is a heartwarming corner perfect for enjoying a cup of tea or simply basking in the glow of nature. It's a celebration of what's possible when care, creativity, and eco-conscious choices come together in a compact, colorful floral masterpiece. 14. Charming garden from reclaimed pieces. A peaceful corner comes to life with recycled charm and blooming color in this delightful small garden. What once might have been forgotten, an old table, mismatched pots, and wooden crates, is reimagined into a lively floral display that radiates warmth and creativity. The centerpiece is a weathered white console table placed against the house's siding, now serving as a garden workbench and plant stand. On top, a rustic wooden crate overflows with daisies, asters, and cosmos, while smaller pots hold bursts of gerbera and petunias. Below, a cheerful mix of flowering containers in clay, terracotta, and painted metal hug the base, blending textures and heights beautifully. To the side, a stepping stone path winds gently through the lush grass, leading to a cozy rattan stool surrounded by even more potted blooms. Beneath the tree's canopy, this repurposed seating area invites rest and reflection amid colorful blossoms and dappled sunlight. The entire space is in homage to second chances, objects given new purpose, forming a functional yet enchanting garden. The use of vintage furniture and crates not only adds character, but also emphasizes sustainable gardening without sacrificing style. Whether it's a tabletop arrangement or a flower-filled path, each element works in harmony to transform a small lawn into a soulful sanctuary. It's proof that with a bit of vision, recycled materials can create a space full of life, joy, and timeless garden beauty. "15. Whimsical garden with vintage touch." Delight and sustainability come together in this enchanting small garden where every detail feels both charming and purposeful. A soft pink door opens onto a cozy porch, framed by flowering vines that climb gracefully up dark iron posts. Beneath them, a delightful mix of pastel-colored metal pails, enamel pitchers, and watering cans has been transformed into cheerful planters, bursting with petunias, daisies, and marigolds. Recycled suitcases are stacked creatively near the entrance, serving as both a rustic statement and plant stands, each topped with blooms and vintage watering jugs. These upcycled accents lend a storybook quality to the space, reminding us that old things can still bring new joy. A stone path curves gently through the well-tended lawn, bordered by vibrant flower beds full of lavender, roses, and calendulas. In the corner, a simple shelf holds an assortment of reused glass jars and bottles, now displayed as floral vases and decorative pieces. The scene is completed with a vintage metal chair, offering a quiet place to sit and admire the thoughtful surroundings. This garden is a testament to how everyday items, when paired with creativity and care, can create an inviting outdoor space filled with charm and color. From painted cans to repurposed luggage, every piece has found new life, offering not just beauty but also a meaningful step towards sustainable living. It's a dreamy corner that proves recycled elegance is always in bloom. "16. Tea among barrel blooms." A quiet garden path becomes a magical retreat when color, comfort, and creative reuse come together. This charming space is brought to life through the clever transformation of old wooden barrels into flourishing flower planters, blending rustic style with blooming beauty. Each barrel overflows with vibrant combinations of daisies, marigolds, dahlias, hydrangeas, and asters. Their hues, ranging from bold oranges and purples to soft whites and blues, paint the garden with joyful energy. Arranged neatly along a cobblestone pathway, these upcycled containers provide symmetry and structure while remaining true to the garden's relaxed charm. At the heart of this blooming corridor, a single barrel doubles as a cozy table. A steaming teapot and teacup rest on top, inviting moments of pause and connection. Scattered rose petals add a romantic touch, making the scene feel both spontaneous and thoughtfully styled. Surrounding greenery and soft evening light enhance the serenity, with shadows dancing gently across the path. The entire setting feels intimate yet open, a welcoming blend of form and fragrance. This garden is proof that with vision and care, discarded materials like wine or whiskey barrels can be repurposed into show-stopping features. Each reused element adds not only function but personality to the space. Whether enjoying a morning cup of tea or simply wandering through blooms, this small garden offers a perfect blend of sustainability, elegance, and peaceful pleasure. It's where old wood meets fresh flowers and everyday moments become extraordinary. "17. Boho charm in bloom." A splash of creativity and a few reclaimed items can transform the simplest corner of a small garden into an eye-catching and heartwarming retreat. This vibrant setup pairs blooming brilliance with handmade accents and upcycled charm, blending boho style with sustainable spirit. Against a soothing blue wall, a large embroidery hoop showcases a repurposed lace doily, transformed into a stunning focal point reminiscent of a dreamcatcher or mandala. Framed by climbing clematis in rich purple hues, the circular design becomes a peaceful centerpiece that softens the structure and adds artisanal warmth. Beside it, a macrame hanger cradles a simple black pot bursting with cheerful red geraniums, further enhancing the handmade, earthy appeal. At ground level, a sea of zinnias and dahlias explodes in vibrant reds, yellows, oranges, and pinks, creating a joyful palette that brings life to the space. Everything feels intentional yet effortless, mixing thrifted, handmade, and natural elements to create a cozy, personalized garden moment. The adjoining wooden gate and vertical vines complete the composition, making it feel enclosed, private, and welcoming all at once. This garden corner reminds us that beauty often lies in the details. A forgotten lace cloth, an old hoop, or a spare pot can become something magical when reimagined. With just a few meaningful touches, even the smallest space can bloom with personality, peace, and purpose. "18. Reused pots, peaceful garden." A peaceful nook bathed in golden sunlight reveals just how beautifully a small garden can flourish using reused materials and thoughtful arrangement. At the heart of this tranquil space stands a white garden bench, framed by flowering shrubs and colorful potted blooms, inviting moments of quiet reflection. Under a wide tree canopy, hanging lanterns sway gently while crates stacked beneath offer vertical variation to the floral display. These simple wooden boxes, once used for storage, now serve as rustic plant stands, elevating pots in various shapes and hues. Clay, ceramic, enamel, and metal containers house cheerful pansies, petunias, and daisies in every color imaginable. The gravel base gives the garden a clean and tidy foundation, making it easy to maintain while enhancing the warmth of the setup. Against the home's soft gray siding, climbing vines stretch up trellises, balancing vertical greenery with bursts of color at ground level. What makes this space sing is the sense of harmony created through reused pieces. Buckets, bowls, and crates once destined for discard are now central to the design. Their imperfections lend texture and character, blending effortlessly with the blooms they support. This garden proves that beauty doesn't require extravagance. Through repurposing and arrangement, a modest space becomes a delightful retreat, where reused containers hold not only flowers, but a gentle reminder of the charm in simplicity and the elegance of sustainability. (19) Petals, petals, and reuse. Creativity breathes new life into forgotten objects in this garden, where vintage charm and colorful blooms converge in perfect harmony. Set against a rustic red brick wall, an old bicycle has been transformed into a stunning floral centerpiece. Proof that sustainability can be as beautiful as it is clever. The weathered bike now holds baskets overflowing with vibrant petunias and daisies, cascading in joyful color across its frame and wheels. Vines climb gently around the handlebars and seat, blending the bike seamlessly into its lush surroundings. This unexpected planter draws the eye and becomes the heart of a garden designed with intention and imagination. A mosaic of pansies, petunias, and alyssum lines the garden bed below, their reds, yellows, purples, and whites echoing the flowers above. To complete the scene, climbing roses and ivy stretch up and over the window and doorway, framing the wall in green and pink while softening the brick's strong texture. Above, a window box adds another layer of floral display, enhancing the vertical impact and enriching the composition without overwhelming the space. The result is not just a garden but a visual story, a celebration of transformation, color, and care. This garden demonstrates how small spaces can become extraordinary through repurposed elements. An old bicycle becomes art, function meets beauty, and every bloom stands as a testament to thoughtful, eco-friendly design. With a little heart and history, even the past can grow something new. (20) Creative garden with everyday items. In a narrow garden path flanked by cheerful blooms, creativity takes center stage through the clever reuse of everyday objects. This small outdoor space is a celebration of color, nature, and sustainability, showing how even the simplest materials can transform a walkway into a floral wonderland. The garden beds on either side overflow with marigolds, daisies, zinnias, and cosmos, creating a vivid corridor that leads toward a warm wooden gate. On one wall, a repurposed wooden pallet has been mounted vertically, used as a rustic trellis for climbing flowers that add vertical beauty and structure. Across from it, suspended from a custom wooden frame, a delightful variety of hanging planters made from recycled items. Tin cans, mugs, and glass bottles dangle at different heights. Each holds small plants or trailing vines, adding whimsy and texture to the space. These items, once overlooked or discarded, now breathe life and charm into the garden. Every detail reflects thoughtful design, from the white-painted garden edging to the well-tended path that guides visitors through the colorful display. The mixture of upcycled materials and vibrant flowers not only enhances the visual appeal, but also tells a story of resourcefulness and respect for nature. This garden is proof that with imagination and care, anyone can create a beautiful retreat. It reminds us that sustainable gardening doesn't mean sacrificing style. Instead, it opens the door to more meaningful and inspired outdoor living. Thank you for spending time here at Suhar Aesthetic Studio, where simple things bloom into beauty. I hope these recycled garden ideas sparked your imagination and showed you just how magical sustainability can be. Remember, it's not about having the perfect materials. It's about seeing new potential in what you already have. Whether it's a tin can, a wooden crate, or an old bicycle, your garden can tell a story only you can create. If any of these designs inspired you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, see your garden ideas, or even just know where you're watching from. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves creativity as much as you do. Until next time, keep planting, keep reimagining, and keep growing.